slightly melted. Very loud. Showboating. Hi, I'm Adam C and welcome to the Steeleford Supercar Show, which I am parked up at with the Four Marks Supercar Club. This is the Four Marks Club's biggest show of the year, so their section expands quite a lot of the show, including right at the front by the house. So we're going to have a look around at some of the supercars and classics and a few more quirky stuff that are on display and just enjoy the day. I think there should be a sound off later on in the day, a bit of revs going on, so that should be one to watch. But I'm parked up in quite a nice area. I was a little bit late today, so it pays to be late, and it was raining on the way down, like it has been every single day this month, but I think we should be fine. But before we do anything, the sun has actually come out, so I can put my blue sunglasses on. We've just had the Aventador SVJ that's in front of me start up the engine. As you saw in a recent video, I did a rev off in the Cobra, got 15.9 decibels. I didn't win on sound, but I won on crowd applause. But I'm not going to win any competition, so I'm not going to rev, but we're going to hear the Aventador give some revs, so he's just warming up, because otherwise it'd be limited to only about 5,000 RPM when it's a bit too cold, so the crowd are awaiting. But whilst we wait for it to warm up, we can look at some of the cars that are here whilst the music is not playing. So we have an Aston Martin DB6 in red with a full sunroof on top as well. Looks really special there. Nicely red rather than grey. Superleggera, super light, even though it weighs quite a bit. And here we have an Ascari Acoste, another car designed by Lee Noble, who designed Nobles obviously and Ultimas, and I don't know if there's any Ultimas here today, but there's a few GT40s and a Shelby Daytona Cobra that we'll look at later. And there we have a Noble M12 GTO next door, so two cars by the same designer. And here we have a little Ferrari lineup. We've got two 488 Pistas and then a really nice blue Ferrari F12 TDF. And next to the TDF we have a McLaren 675 LT. Now we're getting some flames, I think. So we've got 128.9 decibels on one of the readers and 129 on the other one that's got slightly melted due to the warmth. So we've got no flames yet. I don't think we're going to get any more. But this Diablo SV has only recently been restored, so I don't think we're going to be hearing it revving the nuts off. We've also got an Aventador S around here. So whilst the crowds are enjoying the scene, we can start looking around at the other cars. We've got the AK Cobra over here. This one's got an LS which has been supercharged. Engine bay looks very different to mine. It's got the Lotus Elise behind it, another McLaren next door to it. There's quite a lot of colours and cars to look at. We can't go for everyone because it's such a vast event, and cars have actually already started to leave, unfortunately. But that does mean we can see the bright red TVR Griffith there, and then we've got the white V8 Vantage behind it next to the R8 Spider and a purple Audi R8. There's a really nice shade of blue on this Cayman 718 GT4 paired with some golden wheels as well next to a 570S. We also have the Porsche Club of Great Britain, who sound like they're playing some bingo. Maybe they're providing some awards for their greatest members. There's a Porsche 914 over there with its front open. Next to a 993 Turbo S, there is also a Prestige and Performance Car Club. They've got the Alpine A110 and a 370Z Nismo in red. Don't actually see a lot of them in red. Normally it's black, white or silver, but they did make them in red as well to go with the red accents. And rather unusually, it's a different red. So the Nismo red is different to the red paint job, so you can see a little bit of a difference in the details. Just notice in the public car park there is a snouty McSnout face, the new BMW M4. And check this out. This is called a Rally Fighter. It's been imported over from the Nevada desert, which is where these are built. It's the only one in the country. It's got a 6.2 litre Chevrolet LS V8, apparently very loud, and really does stand out amongst the supercars and performance vehicles, even the McLaren 600 LT that is next to it, who is saluting the rest of the show. So it is a carbon wrap, it's fiberglass underneath, and it was a pretty cool car to see, like Hellcat wing mirrors, Honda Civic door handles, and American Civic rear lights that are slightly altered. We've got another section just over here. But how about this for a potential future two-car garage? A Dodge Dodge Viper, blue with white, and a Cobra, blue with white. This one being an SRT10, and this one being a Dax very much like my one. Oh, there's what sounds like maybe a new M5 giving some revs in the background. There's a whole new section over here. We're going to go grab some sandwiches from the car. There you go.
I would say a pint would go well with this.
Yeah, you would, wouldn't you? So whilst we're having our sandwiches, we've got this Corvette C6 here, parked next to the yellow Gallardo Performante. Yes, they made a Performante before the Huracan. It was essentially the Superleggera convertible, was named the Performante. There's this fast Dob. This is a WR3 with Subaru internals, I believe. That's what I have come to gather from it. There you go, V-Storm WR3. We got a Boxster Spider, which is actually very rare. You never see these. And how's this for another blue example? This is a Porsche 996 GT2 in a shade of blue that you very rarely see. I think the 968 Club Sports came in this colour, and I presume a limited few 996s came in this colour, next to a Guards Red 996. We've got all the colours, including a yellow 355 in front of the house. These are kind of the main section. There's the Porsche Taycan Turbo, which won't be completing in the rev off. And finally we have this lineup of the 3 GT40s, orange, the Golf livery and cream, next to a Shelby Daytona replica with the Goodyear Eagle tyre writing as well. I'd love to have some of these in a future collection if ever I was fortunate enough to have something like that. So I think cars are slowly rolling out, so we're going to go down to the kind of departure lounge and capture a few of those departures. That Roman looks nice in white as well. So the 997 Gen 2 GT3 RS is leaving, as is the 997 Turbo. So first up is the 675 LT Spider, so negotiating the speed bump first, and then we can drive on home. Next up we have the pearl white Alfa Romeo 4C. And it seems the whole of the Porsche Owners Club are currently departing, starting off with a 991 Targa, then we've got an old 911, 997 with some yellow headlights as well. And next up a couple of RS's. V6 F-Type, a little bit eager. Yeah. He didn't approve. And now we have a KA. And as Lewis Hamilton departs the show, we next up have a C63 AMG. Then the Lotus Elise. Series 3. We then have a few Aston Martins with the Maniacs on their bicycles. Oh, the Revolution from the Vantage. And the 991 Turbo S. We have the 570S negotiating the bump, and a 430 Spider. McLaren orange looking lovely. Ooh. Oh, the Subaru doesn't care about no speed bumps. An Alpina. SLK 55. Oh, the Mondeo wants in. That was an acceleration. What about the Tesla? Couldn't hear it. And behind the 911 we've got the F12 TDF departing the show. There we go, bit of class. Then the Maserati Coupe and the AK Cobra scraping underneath. I'd do the same. And after the Cobra, that was a bit uncouth from the Nismo. Oh, he's taking his wrap off tomorrow, so he's not that fast. Mini GP. Thinks he's on a Grand Prix. Oh, 488 Pista next up. The valves closed. DB9. And the Rosso Dino Portofino. Behind the R8 we have the Noble M12 as well. M12. Oh! It's only if you heard the turbo through the wind. It's annoying, the wind's going the wrong way. Got the Boxer Spider behind the Gran Turismo. Oh, Mustang. M140s, do you know what these provide? Oh look, he's a sedate and sensible M140. That's rarer than most of the cars in here, an M140 that... Oh no, there he goes. We've got the Haman. It's so wide on this narrow... Lovely. F-Type R Coupe. Yeah, nice to hear a V8 R8 rather than the V10s that are plaguing the car community. Gently does it in the Lotus Exige. The M4 CS next up with another Lotus. And it's the LF1. V10 R8 as the Suzuki parks up on the grass to spectate. So we have the Ferrari 360 coming up next. There is a Cobra behind the F-Type. Here we go. So the V6 F-Type Coupe and now the Cobra V8. Did you get punched by the side pipes? No? I felt like a punch of wind from the side pipes in my ear. We've got the Ferrari Roma next up, giving a few revs for the cameras. And the Golf GT40, looking marvellous with its Avon tyres. There goes the Salone Events support vehicle and a turquoise Huracan Performante with the yellow 355 and the blue 996 GT2 behind. Didn't expect that from the 996s. I expected that from the M2. GT40 and Shelby Daytona Coupe coming up. What a combo. Love it. The Camaro ZL1 with the yellow 360 behind. Listen to that supercharged V8. The Ascari, of course, is just showboating, letting the crowd have a look at that rare machine. Oh, there's the exhaust.
100 quid.
Look at that dog. He wants to go. He will go if he's not careful. We have the 456 next up behind the 360. Oh, get some sounds. Not quite. And then the XKRS. A little bit louder. And now the final GT40 of the trio that were at the show. So BMW are leaving next with the M4 and M5 behind. Oh. But that was pretty much that from the Steeleford Supercar Show. I'm actually currently driving out filming on my phone, but that was a show with the Four Marks Supercar Club. So I hope you enjoyed that video. Go follow me on Instagram for all the updates and highlights and daily photos about these meets that I go to. But for now, thanks for watching.